Daf Masechet Chagiga, on Daf Yud Omid Beis. Yud Omid Beis, Masechet Chagiga. Okay. We were learning yesterday about Kerori Atluim Besara, many halachas, as we said Shabbos, we said Kovm Chagiga. Another thing what we learned in the Mishnah, Chagigois. And we learned Me'ilois. Me'ilois are also Harorim Atluim Besara. That means that the halachas are many halachas, like mountains. Masechet and what says in the Torah itself is only like a chut asar. So let's see, it's inside the Yud Omid base, the two dots of the Mishnah, in the middle of the Omid, Me'ilois. Two dots, Me'ilois. So the Gemara. Me'ilois, Michtav Ktiva. So the Gemara, why we say that Me'ilois is Harori Atluim Besara? That means it's mentioned only Beremes, and there's many halachas on it. It's also, it's Mefurish. It's Mefurish in the Torah. It's not Tluim Besara. Where do we see it? It says the Gemara. Omar Romi Bar Chome Lo Nitzacho Elo Lekedet Nan. That means the din, what we said in the Mishnah, that it's totally Besara. It's talking about something else. It's talking about din was straight in the Mishnah that this is actually not mentioned in the Torah. This is one of the biggest dinim in Ilchus Meila, and it's not mentioned in the Torah Bichlal. That means only Beremes. And on this we come to say that it's Arori at Lumisa. What is the thing? Steht da so. Hashliach she'oso shlichusoi balabais moal. The shliach of the balabais, for example, the balabais had money of Hegdesh. And the money of Hegdesh got swapped with money of Chulin. And he tells the shliach, take this money. Now the balabais thinks this is money of Chulin. He tells the shliach, take this money and buy with it a garment, a talis, whatever it is. And the shliach has no idea. He goes and he buys like he was told from the balabais. He buys whatever he buys. Who is Moyel? Who done the Aveira? The Aveira be'etzem done the shliach because he was because when you gave this money to the shopkeeper and you buy from him the talis, so you give him money, you take the talis, you are moitzi the money now, the mois mi hegdesh lechulin. So the maise Aveira of Me'ile was talking about taking money of hegdesh and swapping it for something else, done the shliach. Ober, we say who is that and the Aveira balabai small, not the shliach. Why? Because the shlucho yishal adam kemoisa. And even though b'derech klal we say ein shliach advar Aveira, over here we say yes shliach advar Aveira. We can see in the Shechot of Pesuge. So let's see it inside. Kenet nam. Ashliach she'oso shlichusoi balabai small. Ober lo yoso shlichusoi. Just what? He went and he bought with him something else. Let's say the balabais told the shliach to take this money. Now the balabais doesn't know. The balabais think that this is money of chulin. This is money of Ekdesh. The balabais said to the shliach, go buy me a chaluk. The balabais told the shliach, go buy me a chaluk, go buy me a talis. The shliach went and bought something else. He bought fruit, or he bought something else. Not what the balabais, not what he was told. Shliach moal. Why shliach moal and not balabais? Because legabi this he was not a shliach. I'm sorry to say, he was not a shliach. And the shliach was like any other person that's moitzi mois, and he is the moil, and not the one that was shliach. Right? That means the shliach, he was the one to actually. He can't call him a shliach the balabais because he didn't do the balabais told him to do. The balabais told him to buy a talis and he bought peiros. The balabais told him to do A and he done B. Now, this thing, what we said now, it's harorim hatluim b'sara. Why? Because we could ask a question. Also, when he done the shlichus. That means when the shliach actually followed the orders of the balabais. Why the balabais was moel? Why not? How could it be that we're saying, and the Sholeach is not going to be Chayev al Yedei the Shliach. So how can we say, right? The Shliach don't bechet, because who is exactly taking out the money from Mois Egdesh to Chulin? The Balabais, no, the Shliach. So how can you say that Ze Choite, that means the Shliach, the Ze, the Meshaleach is going to be Chayev. And then for the Gemara, I know this is exactly what we learned. This chidush that the Meshaleach will be chayev, it's all atlui b'saro. Says the Gemara, Omar Rove, Umay Kushya. What's the shaila over here? What's the shaila over here? Dilme shayni meile. Then what means shayni meile? What we are mechayev, the Meshaleach, even at b'derech klal, ein shliach l'dvar avera. You know why? Over here we do say shliach l'dvar avera. You know why? The yalpe chet mitruma. Steht im Meile, Nefesh kisimoil mal vechato bishgogo. Also steht in der Posse, Nefesh kisimoil mal vechato bishgogo be kodshe Hashem. That is stated in the Parsha of Meile, moil be'egdosh. There's another Posse which steht legabi trume. Velo isisu olov chet. What means velo isisu olov chet? Right? Ba'arim chem eschel boi mimenu velo isisu olov chet. And we learn out in both of the places, Sai legabi meile, Sai legabi trume, we said the word chet. So we do a gzera shove. What's a gzera shove? Ma also shlucho yishel odom kemoisen. Because in trume we know many dinim of shlichus we learn from where from trume. Why? Because the trume state gam atem kein torimu gam atem is trumas Hashem gam lerabbi shluchachem. That's what we learn the Gemara in Kiddushin. Many places we learn. So the ikar dinim, many ikar dinim from shlichus we learn from trume. Because in trume state chet, and we learn that shluchos shelot kemoise legabi trume. And in meile state the word chet. Do gzera shove that also meile, even though it's a dvar avera, shluchos shelot kemoise. Afkan shluchos shelot kemoise. Even it's a dvar avera. And because we learned that the gzera shove, so now we're atlui b'sara. Because the gzera shove, as we mentioned already last night, a gzera shove is keilu or dover amefurish b'torah. So why are you telling me that this din, that shluchos shelot kemoise legabe meile, even though it's a shliach l'dvar avera, we still say shluchos kemoise it's arorim atlui b'sara, and it's mefurish b'torah, it's only beremes. No, it's a gzera shove. And once you learn the gzera shove, it's a davar mefurish b'torah. It's not arorim atlui b'sara. Azay frekt rove on the din what the Gemara said now. Elo omar rove. What is this? What we said in the Mishnah that the din of meilos is arorim atlui b'sara. A different din. Lo yinitzrecho elo lekedetanya. This din, what we say toli b'sara, is what we learned in the Braisa. The Braisa tells us also. A balabais, and we continue to talk about the din of meile. A balabais that gave beshoigig, yeah, because meile you have only beshoigig. But maybe there's again it's moil, but there's not going to be chayv ker v'choymish. A balabais who gave beshoigig to the shliach money. He gave him money. The money is Moshe Legdish. And he gives it to the shliach. Why? To buy a chaluk, a talis, yeah, to buy something. When the shliach is on the way to buy the thing what the balabais told him to buy, whatever it is, a talis or a chaluk, yeah, he remembers. Who remembers? The balabais. Balabais, oivei. I gave the shliach now to do something that is meile. Because the money, what I thought earlier, this is money of chuli. And I send the shliach to buy a chaluk, a talis, whatever it is. Be'etzem it's mois hegdesh. The shliach has no idea. Shliach continues, and he buys, he comes back. Who's going to be chayav? Let's hear it inside. Log the Gemara. Lekedetanya. Elomai, elomar rove, lo yinitzrecho elo lekedetanya. Nizkar balabais. Velo nizkar shliach. Who's moel? Shliach moal. What's the reason? The reason is because for sure, the Meshaleach, the second the Meshaleach, that means let's call it the Balabais. The second the Balabais noticed, or he recognized, he remembered that this money is Mois Segdesh, he doesn't want the Shliach should be Moitzi the Mois Segdesh. Bimele it's Misbatel the Shlichus. When I send the Shliach, go and buy me a talis with this money. And on the way, after 20 minutes, when he's almost there, the talis is not yet bought. I remember that the Mois is Mois Egdesh. I don't want the Shliach anymore to be my Shliach.
Yeah,
so
so
the
what?
Shliach is better the Shlichus of the Shliach.
Doesn't
Therefore, one second, let me first explain it, then we're going to go in. And therefore, the Mishaleach is Potu and the Shliach is being Chayav. Why? Because he was Moitzi the Mois Egdesh Lechulin and not Mitam Shlichus. Not Mitam Shlichus. And that's the reason he's going to be Chayav. Now, this needs a little bit of a hesper because what's the pshat over here? So let's see first Rashi before we start with questions. Nizkar, let's see just the Rashi, Nizkar Balabais. Braisi בפרק בסר דבעילה, ואוכל גרסין לקדתניה. נזכר בלבייס, שאין של אנגלש. עד שלא יגיע שליח אצל חנווני, that means by the shopkeeper, ולא נזכר שליח ואוי ציון, השליח חייב. Now Rashi, over here, looks very simple, as we said before in his Chaim, and that the Gemara is going to ask straight away, Shliach Aniya, like what do you want from Shliach? The poor Shliach, right? It's not fair, as Stevie would say. My COVID, okay, so we can see about the Gemara reflects us. Over Rashi in Masechet Kiddushin, in the Afnun Omed Aleph, Rashi says over there, Ubalabai Spotu, why? That means the Balabai is not Shoigig anymore. And as we said beforehand, there's no Meile if it's not the Shoigig. The Shliach will be Chayev, so the Shliach, he was the one to be Moitzi, the Mois Egdesh Lechulin. And if he didn't have, if he didn't remember, he was not Nizkar. So on him is Chal the Choivas Meile, because we remember that the Shliach, right, he has the koyach to be Moyel because he was a Shliach. But now that we part of the Balabai, so who has the dinim of Shliach? Who has the dinim of Meile? The Shliach. Like anywhere else in the Torah, the one that does it is Messiah. So Rashi gives us a different reason over there why the two of the Meshaleach and why the Chiyuv is Shliach. Because it goes back to the original din of the Torah of Eish Shachar. Okay, this is another reason. That reason is a little bit also difficult. If you want to look into that reason, there is over there in Kiddushin Rabbeinu Shmuel Wazowski, and Kiddushin over there in Siman Yud Gimel. What is Mevayel. But let's see, Taki, the Shaila, what all want to ask. The Gemara reflects us. Shliach, Ani Amai Kovin. What do you want from the Shliach? The poor Shliach. What he done? He is better. The Gemara reflects he's a Korov Lo'oines. Why? Because he didn't know that the money is like this. He was sent by the Balabos. Here you have money, regular money, because when the Balabos sent them, what the Balabos tells them, this is Mois Choli. Because the Balabos Be'emes thinks it's a Mois Choli. He doesn't know. In the middle of the way, the Balabos remembers that this is Mois English. Oh, but there's no telephones. There's no way to get to him. So what do you want from the Shliach? So why? He's going to be Chayev. Because he didn't know that the money is he didn't know that the money is Egdesh. So why you mechayev the Shliach? Why you mechayev the Shliach? And that is Karorin Atluin Besara. This is Karorin Atluin Besara. Because by the Shliach there was no. That's why what you want from the Shliach. That's part of the Shaila.
not really an answer.
It's
It's not an answer.
What?
Not an answer to the kasha.
Why?
The shliach's done nothing. So poor shliach, what's he done?
Yes.
That's not an answer to say it's a hard solid basara.
That is exactly Ainu Karol Atluin Besara.
It's not an answer. You've got a kasha. We're not giving an answer to the kasha.
The shaila is why you mechayev the shliach. And this is a special din. You say it's a special din in Meireh well, the shliach, even though he's a korov le'oines, he's going to be chayiv. Where we find this special din, you're right, only beremez, we don't find it in the Torah, that's karon aklimusar. Special din. The special din, that's exactly the answer. The special din, what we find, dafka legabe, yeah.
No Sarah here.
Why not Zara?
What's the Sarah?
It's creating the Sarah.
Are we suggesting that the shliach should have, he's got a slight amount of guilt in the sense he should have, please, Mr. Balabos, are you sure this money is chulin tikka money? Should he have checked up in some sort of way? Or are we suggesting there's a slight amount of guilt on the shliach?
Balabos would have said yes. Shliach would have asked, Balabos would have said yes, I'm sure.
It was to find out the whole time from beginning, you know. You have to double check. When he's buying it, he has to double check maybe.
How's he supposed to double check? He's got no phone.
The Balabai should have checked before he sent the shliach. He should have checked
No,
the
no,
money
check
he said it was
before-
chulin.
So it's the balabai's fault. What do you want from the?
Yeah,
shliach?
he should have made sure that when he sent the shliach, he was sending him with chulin money.
I think the Kenyan is a Kenyan toes. There's no Ma'ila here.
The shliach is a victim of an onus.
It is a main oinus. It is a main oinus, as the Mefoshim say. Toises also says that this is a main oinus. As the Toises later on. The emes is that when we look at this thing of shliach, we know in legabe oinus, right? What the Gemara says, niskar balabais, velo niskar shliach moal, right? For the Gemara shliach anya, so the Gemara no, ainu karorim atlui b'sara. So on this take, there is a big noise in the Achronim because, as you say now over here, because we do find the Shloime, the Nesivis, right? There's a Nesivis. The Nesivis says that legabe a woman. Let's go to a woman. And she got married al pi eidim. Al pi eidim. Two eidim came and said your husband is dead. She got married al pi eidim. Says the Nesivis. Then the Maise came the husband. Chayav is bekom. Why? Says the Nesiv, it's a big chidush. Kol heiche she'ovar al yedei hachshol asachirim lo yichosi voines. Look at the Nesiv. Let me explain it 1 minute. Anywhere the person is over al yedei other people or machshilim, that's not called the oilus. So Frekter, yeah, the Chemda Shlomo Frekter Nesivas Oivazei, what is the Chidush and Meile that the Chayav Shliach, even though he didn't know? All the was like, oh, Anye, well, he didn't know. Oh, the also he's going to be Chayav, the Chayav Governor. Because the oines that he was Nichshal Achirim, you should double check and triple check. Even though he was going to tell you the Shliach should have asked the Balabais, you sure the money you're giving me is Mois, Chole, not Mois Hegdesh? Double check, please. That means when someone else is sending you to do something, when you are nises al yedei eidim, you should double check. When a person is going to do something that could come out from a ta'avere, you should triple check, double check, and this is not called doinus. So fakert Oibazoi is not a chidush over here. So what the pshat? Yeah, what the pshat? As they reflected from the Nesivas, says the Nesivas. So what? He says, he says. Yeah. We don't say, but we talk about the idea of oinus. We talk about the idea of oinus, yeah. It's not called oinus. Says the Sivas, it's different. Why? Because anywhere, what they didn't tell him about the Yisur, the Balabais didn't tell the Shliach about the Yisur, he could rely on a chazokeh. Chazokeh of kol ma shetachas yodo shalodom shaloyu. Anyone who belongs, you see him walking around with a book under his arm. Says, not that it belongs to Hegdish. You see him walking around with money in his pocket, money in his purse and his wallet. That belongs to the person. Belongs to the person. And it's funny. And only when we say of Esher Eloi Midas Balabais, because he doesn't have a reshus to take, that's why he's not considered holiness. And that's like lichoy. What's up, shot? What's up, shot? What we saying over here that because he's moitzi mois egdish techulin, there's a special svara to say that we pater him because oinish, because he relied on someone, right? If he relied on, or he relied on the chazaka, which chazaka called Masechet yad odom shaloyu, and that is the chiddush. He says, okay, we're looking for the chiddush over here. That this is karol matli b'sara. Where's the sara? We're gonna see. Where's the Sarah? Where's the Rem is what we find. But that is the Harong Atli Mesare. So according to Fakir. It's not Harong Atli Mesare. It's before us. Now you say no, it's Harong Atli Mesare.
So what will you say if the shliach did check twice or three times or four times with the balabos and he still insisted it was more chulin?
Maybe then this will be holiness.
Check would have got help with the balabos themselves.
We assume that it would, if it would actually be a thing, the Balabais would double check. He wouldn't double check, he would remember. It would not happen. That we assume. If not, the Chleisnish. Yeah. But we assume that that's the case.
Mm.
280. Yeah. You should like him in or okay. Says the Gemara. Says the Gemara weiter. Says the Gemara. Gerecht, a gute Scheile. So welche Omar Ravashi. My kushia. Dilme. What the Scheile? Dilme. Midave. That means you're right. And this is the teretz what Bemis everyone should have said. This is not oinus. It's a shoygig. And the whole chiyuv me'ilaveh is b'shoygig. Bemis the whole chiyuv me'ilaveh is b'shoygig. What's the pshat over here? Elo, Omar Avashi, lo nitzach lo lekedeshman. It's not talking about the case of oinus that the shliach would have no idea. It's talking about a different case. What's the case? Not al steht in Mishnah. Not al even oikoiro shel ekdesh. When a person just takes the netila itself, it's not meila because he didn't change anything in the even oikoiro. He took a stone, he took a brick, he took a beam. He didn't do anything. Okay, he has over here in his hand the brick that belongs to Ekdesh. He changed it. He used it. No, he's not chayav. But if the person, the noitel, gave it this way, the noitel is moil by giving it his friend. Why? Because by giving it his friend, he's moitiet miyad hegdesh, giving it lechulin. His friend, when he's going to use this brick, actually using it, he's not going to be moil. Why? Because it was yoitze lechulin already by his giving it, right? By when he got it, it was yoitze already lechulin. Now, this is right totally beside. Why? Why is totally beside? The Gemara comes and says, so the we can ask a question. When this person who done the netila, he took it. Malihu, mali lechaveru. Malihu, mali chaveru. What's the difference between he took the brick and he's holding it in his hand, or he gave it to his friend? The noitel should be over meila, right? Because he took it from Ekdesh. No, I'm saying when he gave it to his friend, that means because this hoitzoy was hoitzoy mereshus Ekdesh, and the hoitzoy mereshus Ekdesh is considered a meila. So what's the difference between hoitzoy what I took it out from Ekdesh or I gave it to my friend? What's the difference? I took it out from I went to the Lishko and I took out the brick. I should be over on Ekdesh straight away. Why are we saying that when I took it, when I took the brick out of the Gizbo's hand off from the truma, from the lishko, I'm not even on Egdesh. Only when I gave it my friend's hand, in the brick, is it by saying because in the brick is no shinui, there's no difference in the brick. There's also no difference in the brick. So why I'm gonna be over? Elamai, because I am Mavir the shoes. Also, I was Mavir the shoes. I took it from the lishko and I took it home. I took it into my shoes. So why over here you are moyel and over here you're not moyel? And this is I knew Karori not Klui Messiah. This is a big chiddush, and that's why we say it's a whole Klui Messiah. Yes. There isn't. That's exactly the shayla of the Gemara. Why here there isn't Mele? No, there isn't. No. The first one is Moil, but he's Moil only when he gives it over to Shimon. Yeah. No, Mele, that's exactly the shayla of the Gemara. Why taking out no? You said the second one's Moil. The first one is Moil. Reuven is Moil. When it happens, Reuven is Moil, not when Reuven is taking it out from the Lishka, because when Reuven gives it over to Shimon, and that's what the Gemara is asking. Why? Why when he's taking it out from the Lishka, taking it home, he's taking it to his own Rishus? He's not Moil. Why? Because we say, oh, he didn't change anything in the brick, right? He didn't mishtamish it. He didn't mishtamish anything. Okay. So also when I gave it to Shimon, I also was not mishtamish anything. Why was Moil? And that is a holy Atlui Masada. Zog the Gemara, Umay Kushya, no, I understand. Why? Umay Kushya. The Gemara, Dilme, Shmuel. Maybe this is like what Shmuel explained the Bryce over there, the Mishnah over there. The Amar Shmuel. Even someone was Moitzi Rishus Hekdesh to his own Rishus, it's considered Meila. Why? And over here, our Mishnah is talking about something else. Hoche, Daf Yudalef Omedalef, Begizbor Amesur, Islo Yavni Binyan. Askin and the Holeiche, then Manche, Bershus Adidlein Manche. Let me just say. But when we're talking about, who's this Reuven what you spoke about? Who is this Reuven? This Reuven is the Gizbor. He is the Gizbor. He is the Memune. He is in charge. So the Avnei Binyan of Ekdesh belongs to him. So also beforehand, when he took it to himself, is also still in his Rishus. Kum Tois, when he took it out of the Lishka, took it home, he didn't change anything. It's all Rishus Gizbor. It's not considered taking out of Rishus Ekdesh. And only when he gave it over to his friend Shimon, then he took it out from Rishus Ekdesh. That's the reason. It's Chana. Says the Gemara, Elomi Sefer. I mean, so the Sefer of the Mishnah, that's the Chidush, that's Tolui B'Sareh. What is it? Straight in the Sefer as like, what if the Gizbor himself takes it home and Beno B'Soich Beisoich? He takes the brick and he builds it into his house. Harei ze lo yimoal ad sheyodu tachteo b'shavat pruta. Even if he fit it into the house, he's still not going to be chayav. Only if he lived underneath it. B'shavat pruta. It was raining, and because now he had a hole, he filled it up with that brick. He has an oil from it. He's not getting wet. This, or he's not, the sun is not beating on him. Whatever it is, he has an oil. He's going to be more. Now, before, no. Fighting Gemara, 1 second. Fighting Gemara, let's ask the question. Michdi, when he built it into his house, Shinuye Shanye. He was Meshanet by chiseling it, cementing it, whatever you want, the situ, the kviya, bebinya, whatever, this is called a Shinui. And if that is called a Shinui, you should be moyal, right? Let's see the Gemara inside. Says the Gemara, Mali do or Mali loido. This Shinui itself of building it into the binyan, this brick should be over meile. And that is that he's not over meile. Ainu karorim atluim besare. What? There's no Shinui bailim over here because he is the bailim. He is the gizmo. No, yes, Afal Piken. No, but it is Rishus to be in charge. Yeah. But Shinui Bailim didn't do a Shinui Bailim over here. That's exactly the Shani of the Gemara. Why he done a Shinui Maisa and he was not Moyel? Says the Gemara, even though he done a Shinui Maisa, that's how we're doing Messiah. That's exactly the finish. It didn't, because he himself is a Gizbo. It's not called Shinui Bailim. The Gizbo, he as a schus. It is. He's in charge. Yeah, he's in charge. He can decide what to do with it. Oh, so once he takes it for himself, what is the simon taking it for himself? When he's putting it out and he has anoy. Why not before? And that's exactly the shayla of the Gemara, because he's stealing it to it, right? That's karon at lumisara. That's karon at lumisara. That's the chiddush. Karon at lumisara. Oh, yes. Because he himself is not called the real Rishon Rishus. It's not called the real Rishus. And that's why it's another thing, yeah.
And Torah about there, which is, we learned that when we learned the halach, we learned out.
From a remez. Yeah, only a remez in the Torah. I don't know yet. Let's see the way to end of the sugya. Says the Gemara. Umay kushya. Maybe this is going to go like the pshat of Rav. What the pshat of Rav is? The Omar Rav explained this case. It's talking about Kegoshi Nicho al Pi Arubo. Idar Boin. Lo idar Boloi. The pshat is like, Memes, if he had in mind to steal it, you're right. Straight away he's going to be over Meila. And if he chiseled it, or he cemented it, or did any shin in the brick, straight away he's going to be over on Meila. As you said, as Rav Niron said, straight away, he changed it. It's a shinui bailing, it's a shinui ma'aser. Because what's talking about over here? This person has a window, a huba, chimney, a huba, it looks like a window. He didn't change anything in the brick. He takes the brick and puts it down nicely in the window. He didn't have to chisel it, he didn't have to cement, he didn't have to do anything to it. Now, if he had a notion put it by living because of it there, because this brick, it was windy, it was the thing, and this brick what he put by the window, that saved the wind coming in, or the rain of coming in, and he had enough of it, he was moyal. If he didn't live there, he didn't have enough of it, he was not moyal. And that's why we explained in the Mishnah. That is better, not a chidush, that is very, very posh. So what is the Aromat Lumisaro? And how would you explain our Mishnah that Meilo is the Aromat Lumisaro? What did Meilo is the Aromat Lumisaro? Says the Gemara, Elo le'oilam kederove. What Rove explained is that to my daughter that explained that our Mishnah, what we learned in the Brais and Niska Balabais, and Niska Shliach. That the Shliach was Moyel. And the Chiddush is because the Shliach is Anye. Right? The Shliach is Anye, that he was Moyel by something that Be'emes, as we said, it's Korov Loines. So what can he do? And what you said, what's the Chiddush? Sure, he's going to be Moyel. Why? Meaning to have a Moitzi Moitz Egdesh Lechuli. That means that someone was taking out Moitz Egdesh Lechuli B'Shoigeg. So he was Moyel. Also, the Meil of the Shliach is not an Oines, it's a Shoigeg. And then for sure he should be Moyel, the Shliach. That means we ask a Shaila that so what's that as a Chiddush? Every Meile is Shaykh only be Shoigeg. You say the Shliach, what he wants for the poor Shliach, he didn't know. Every person is over a Meile if he didn't know. That is Meile. Meile, you're over if you didn't know. If you knew and you might see the money, it's not Meile. So that is Meile. That's what the Shaila what we asked before. Yeah? So it's like, no, it's differently. Hosom, that means everywhere else. Awesome, everywhere else. Any person who's Moitzi saying this because they got swapped with Mois, his own money, and that's the reason he's moral. And we are not Machshir and Toinus. You know why? Because Meida Yoda, the Ikas was the English. He knows that he had in his hand Mois English, and that's why Iboye Le Yuna. I mean, he should check if he didn't take a mistake, the Mois English. And that's why he is considered the onus. And right, he's not considered the onus, he's considered shoigeg. And that's why he's going to be chayv on the meile. Over here, with the shliach, what's got mois from the balabais, miyoda. The shliach knew that the balabais has bechlal mois of English. He doesn't have to be choish bechlal. Maybe it's got swapped this and this. So this is koroi loines, and he should have been patur. And the chiyuv meile over here is a chidush, and that is Ainu ke'arorin atluim besare, and that is the arorin atluim besare. Let's see Rashi. Look Rashi. Dimo Amar Schil, the Cholei Chede Mancha, אפילו at the beginning of the Ometer, אפילו מקמי אוכל ברשוס למנחה אילקח, כל כמה שנותנו לאישן ימיו. They took Miyod the because the Gizbor did not take it away from his hand, and this is always going to be still, ke'ilu, this is, yeah, but one to the next. It's nothing. שינוי ישניה, שכובע ממיני מקני בשינוי שמוסטס לקויבה, yeah? So מסטתו, you chiseled it. שהניחו על פי ערובה. לפקוי כה ערובה וכל שור שירצה נתו, ולא ישני מידס, he didn't chisel it, he didn't cement it, he didn't do anything. כדרוב ניסקו על הבייס, היינו קרוב תלוי בסערה. בסמיכה מועטס ונאמין אלי, למויצי מויס הקדש לחוני, שהרי קורא ולא אינס, יויסר מן השוגג. And that is the arorin התלויים בסערה. Now, where does Arorin Atlui Besare? Where does Arorin Atlui Besare? So Toises brings away from a Toisefte. Toises brings away from a Toisefte. That Tzavcho betzavcho. A little Toises over here in Dimo Amaschil. The Rotzaloima, Mikro Mued, the Toile Beremes Mued, the Masechet Rashi, a lot of Mikro Mued to Beremes Niknu. So we don't have exactly the pasuk, but it brings a Toisefte that what Rabbi Yeshua used to say, Tzavcho betzavcho. At the end of Toises Beilos and you do it based. Okay. Zog the Gemara. We'll end the Mishnah and Divo Amatzli.
Gemara said before, lo zoch hashliach.
Lo nizka shliach, yeah.
Lo nizka shliach. Means he didn't remember. So he must have had the possibility to know. Otherwise he can't, it's not a question of zoch.
I think he's, yeah. It's not called a schira. We'll use it because we use by the Balabais Nizkar, so I think we use also by the Shliach Nizkar, but he doesn't have a choice. I mean, why should they take it? Yeah. We learned in the Mishnah, Mikro Mued ve'alochos berubois. There are two dots. Tameh. Negoim ve'oles. Negoim or oles means too much mess. When a mess is inside the whole oil becomes tomeh. Is also mikro mued ve'alochos berubois. This is what the dinei tumas negoim and the dinei tumas mes and the oil is also mikro mued and many alochos. Frag the Gemara negoim mikro mued negoim mikro merubeu. Open up Parshas Me. So you know, see many alochos more than anywhere else. You find mamish adam dom yerakok mamish the Torah gate rein, right? Many alochos. We don't know Maseches negoim Gemara, right? We have 13, 14 prokim and mishnayos, so big mishnayos. So we have a mishnayos negoim, but we have in the Torah. We have many. Oh, I got the parsha kimat, right? I got the parsha is talking about negoim. So why you say it's a mikro muet? It's a mikro merube. Omar pope ochikomar negoim mikro merube. Ve'alochos muotois. Many psukim. The alochos not so much. Oles mikro mued ve'alochos berubois. Oles has actually not much. Odo kiyamus boil, right? Obel the halachos of oil. We have oles. It's a big mishnayos, right? We have over there how much prokim? About 16, 17 prokim, more, almost 19, 18 prokim. So you have lots of halachos. My nafkemina, what's nafkemina to know if halachos berubois or not? To teach you. If he stopped a person wants to have a suffix about Negoim, wants to learn Negoim, I am Bekroy. Look in the Psukim, you're going to find your teretz. However, if he stopped look at the Psukim, the Torah is not going to help you much. Ayin be masnisin. That's a nice. Yeah, but you know, if, yeah. But look at the thing, and that's going to teach you. Let's see. Yeah. The Gemara, there's no Rashi. We learned in the Mishnah Dinin. Dinin also we learned Yesh Lohen al Mashi Smoichu. Right? That's what we learned in the Mishnah. Yesh Lohen al Mashi Smoichu. Now, when we die for the Lashon al Mashi Smoichu, what means al Mashi Smoichu? It's mashma that they are not mefurish b'Torah. They are not mefurish b'Torah. This what they have a smach. Right? They have a smach. Why you al Smoichu? Why the Gemara? Michtav Tivan. Why are you telling him? Why are you telling us that Yesh Lohen al Mashi Smoichu is no smach? It's mefurish in the Torah. And for the Gemara, lo yinitzach or al, which is talking about the dinim that don't have only a smach, and they're not mefurish b'Torah. Elo leked Rabbi, dinim will come out that these dinim or anything similar to Rabbi that they're not mefurish b'Torah. That means not all of the dinim are mefurish b'Torah. Which ones? The Tanya, Rabbi Yoimer, nefesh tachas nefesh, mamoin. What's the pshat? We learned that a few weeks ago. Pasuk mishpatim. Kinotzu anoshim. need to anoshim. Enog for Ishara, right? They didn't have a kavanah for this. They didn't have a kavanah. Veyotzu yolodeo veloi niye also. That means the woman, she didn't die. Onesh she onesh. That means the noigev, the person that heard tashlumin of the dmei vlados. Kasher yos olov baal o isha venosam beflilim. What is the nosam beflilim? He gives him bezdin. Says over there in the pasuk. Veim also. What if the woman died? Venosato nefesh tachas nofesh. Yeah, that's the psukim we're talking about over there. Rebbe explained what's nefesh tachas nofesh. You have to kill the noigev, the person that heard the woman? No. Mammon. That's what Rebbe explains. Nefesh tachas nofesh. Mammon. And what? He also only has to pay the dmei nefesh. Why? Because he didn't have kavanah to kill the woman. Only he had kavanah to kill his friend. The woman jumped in between. So he's not chayev mise. He's chayev mammon. Don't think about it. When you say that the pasuk meant to pay only money, maybe actually it means that they actually should get killed. Right? He killed the woman, he should get killed. Says the Gemara, Ne'emro nesino lemato. Ve'ne'emro nesino lemalo. Male alon momoin. Afkan momoin. That means that's all. steht der Modell gab in der Sinne Lemato, what the Sinne Lemato, Venosato, Nefesh, Tachas, Nofesh. This is in the Sinne Lemato. The Sinne Lemato is what we just learned, Venosam Biflilim. And this is definitely what's Venosam Biflilim, the Dmei Vlados. Right? That's Venosam Biflilim, what we said before, and the Dmei Vlados. So the same like in Dmei Vlados, we say it's definitely money. So over here, it's definitely money and not Bisem. And this is what we meant, this is the dinim. Let's see in Rashi. Rashi dinim michtav ktivan. Forashing Yofim, was listening to Tanya Shlem Smicha, mas was sheinu forashing. When Nitzacha, aber yesh bei dvorim sheinu forashing Pshushim, because zeva kayo yitzabo. Chsiv nefesh tachas nefesh. Im also in iye, shemei so isha ita moment mei isha leyosher sheinu leochi umisis lo yiskamen lo. אלא לחבר נסכם, דכסיב וכי נוצר אנושים יחד וכוסו הרבי, נסכם אל הרוג הזה והורג הזה, פוטו ומיסר בשלם מומן. נסידה למעלה לעניין דמי בלוד וכסיב ונוסה מפלינית, ונסידה למטה ונסעת הנפש דחס נופש, מומן ומיין, בנפש דמי הנפש. That's the one. Yes. Yeah, but okay, we do fine. Yes. It's a shove. Says the Gemara weiter. We learned in the Mishnah. Bichlal the dvorim atluim b'sara, we learned, or avoidos. What's the avoidos? Avoidos a korban, right? That's what we learned. The avoidos a korban. Bichlal the dvorim atluim b'sara. Find the Gemara. The avoidos in the korban is atluim b'sara. Mich tav tivon in the Torah before it's not nismach. It's a smach. Steht before in the Torah. It's not atluim b'sara. It's not a smach. It's before state. And for the Gemara, lo yitzrecho elo oilochas adam. The avoida of oilochas adam. And all of the korbanos. The ikar avoida is not the full in the Torah. The Tanya. Steht schite, steht in the Torah. Kabole, steht in the Torah. Zrike, steht in the Torah. But wo steht oiloche? The Tanya. Veikrivu, when we say over there, veikrivu b'nei Aaron HaKohanim es Adam, what means veikrivu? Zu kabolas adam. And therefore, that means to the avodas kabolas adam, how the Torah calls it, oilochem. Because the Torah says the kabolas adam veikrivu. What veikrivu? To be makriv la mizbeach. What means I shech betzopoin to bring it to the mizbeach? That means I'm makriv, I'm mekarev the dam to the mizbeach. That is the oilochem. And the Torah calls the kabole, we call it the oilochem, right? And the same thing to be mekarev is mashma oilochem. Where do we see it? The chsiv. Vehakrev, hakoyen, vehikriv, sorry, vehikriv, hakoyen es hakoil, veiktir hamizbeicho. Veomar mal, what means vehikriv? Zu oilochas eivorim lekevesh. So we see from over here, we learn from over here, the oiloche lo itavke michlal kabole. The oiloche of the dam is not learning out michlal kabole. That means, don't learn out the avodas oilochas adam from the dinim of avodas kabolas adam. Just what? It should be the same thing, or the dinim, right? It should be shavet b'shavet, because we're learning it down. Don't learn that avodas oilochas adam from kabolas adam. It should be the same thing. The Torah needed to be mashveh to say that it's the same thing, to teach us that what? That even though that meleches soiloche is avoida she'efshar levatlo. That means, because I'm not mechuyev always to do oiloche. Why? Like all the avoida. Shchita I have to do. Kabbalah I have to mekabel the dam into the mizor. The zrika I have to do. But sometimes I could not prevent myself of doing the avoida oiloche. For example, lishchita zabeimo, samuch lamizbeach, and then I don't need oiloche. I'll go. Ma pitom? I don't need. Then I'm standing over there and doing this rika. I'll count it on his Yes. The shchita I do on Yarcha Mizbeach, and then I do this. Ma pitom? Since when I have to go for zrika? I do the zrika straight away. I don't need oiloche. Yeah, the Gemara said moving from one card to the next. Aber because he was not mevatel doilochas adam bechlal, right? Because you're not mevatel doilochas adam, part of the avodas hakorban, and if a person had the machshavas pigul, in the avodas doiloche, this avodah doiloche, he was mefagel the kom. So the same thing has to be the same thing. We need the avodas doiloche. The same like avodas hakabbalah to do it dafke al yedei kohen that he's wearing big day kehuna, and any avodah is going to be possible. Avodas oinon, yoshev, oven, all of the dinim what we learn, and this is the dinim what we learn over here. That this is not mefurish in the Torah, but we learned out from the Lashon. Let's see it in Rashi. Dibu amasri ekrivu zekabbalah sadam. Afal pishu loshno iloche, no yekabbalah she'achal. לאחר שחיתה נכתוב ואין אלוהים אלוהים קיבל לה. ויקרא והכהן עשה כהן. גם בעבור כסיב ויקרא והקרב והקרועי מחץ המים ויקרא והכהן עשה כהן ויקצר מזבחו. זו לא חסר יבור אל הקרב, דאילו הכתוב ואין יקסיב וקרוא ויקצר מזבחו. לא יטב כמיכל קבול, לכל דבריו. ואף על גם שיהיה אבוידה שאפשר לבד לו שאם רוצו שאיתם בצד המזבח מזוהיר, איך דלא יבוט לו אבוידה, אבוידה היא. ומפגלינס הקורבן במחשבתו וציחו כהן ובידי כהונה ופויסל ואוינון ויוישב ואורן, all of the dinim it has mamish azoi via regular avoida, even avoida she'efshar levat, and this we learn from this word it's harorim akli mesara, even though it's not mentioned mefurish in the Torah, we still gonna learn it keharorim akluim mesara. So the Gemara weiter, we learned in the Mishnah taharos, right? Is also a dvorim akli mesara is taharos. Frag the Gemara taharos. Michtav ktiva steht mefurish taharos, and for the Gemara nitzach elonish the shiur mikveh. What is the shiur of the mikveh? De tan ye steht in Breise. Steht in der Torah veish kiseitze mimenu shichvas zera. Verochatz b'mayim es kol besori. And then steht in the pasuk. Now we explain this pasuk. Let's go through the pasuk and explain the pasuk. Verochatz b'mayim. That means the base of b'mayim is with the pasach. Yeah, and keilu it says behamayim. Yeah, that's what the pasuk keilu says behamayim. It means the mayim hamiyuduim, the mayim hamiyuchodim. What teaches us from this b'mayim? B'mei mikveh. That means not mayim sheuvim, not water that was drawn by tfisas yedei adam. It has to be water that this was mayim that mei mikveh, special mei mikveh. Toshi explains, that's what Rashi explains. So let's see it in Rashi. But Rashi, Dibu Amaschil B'mayim, Nekudosoi Bepatach. Mashma Mayim HaMeyuchodim Le'afuke, She'uvin, Umiu Mayim Chaim Lo Yitzorich, Midechsiv Bezav Mayim Chaim, so Davken Zavshtik Mayim. Michlal, the Sha'at Mayim, Loi Lav Bo Mayim Chaim. Right? They don't need Lav Mayim Chaim Bo, they don't need of their Mayim Chaim. Umay b'mayim, that's the finish of the Bach. Umay b'mayim, mayim hamiyuchodim b'mikveh, but b'sheim meik shomim. That means that's to be not mayim shomim. That's what Rashi learns. So this learns mei mikveh means be'ashboiren. What means ashboiren? Ashboiren means that the mayim is standing. It's not zoichalim. That means ashboiren. Not zoichalim means ashboiren. He said mayon betayah b'zoichalin, and the mikveh is betayah b'ashboiren. And this dinim of a mikveh, Yimad Hashem, we're going to see at the beginning of next week. We're going to see many halachas, all the halachas of mikveh. We're going to see Yimad Hashem. If any question about mikvahs, wait for next week. We're going to see him at the beginning of next week. All the dealing with that. Yutes, we're going to see all the halachas. Do I ever explain that it comes to teacher that you don't need Maim Chaim? And as I say, Dr. Rashi and Eirovin, that mechunosim, even though it's not Maim Chaim, even though it's not Maim Chaim. Sog the Mishnah weiter. That we learn from the word Bamayim. What we learn out from the word it's called Besoroi, that means it's mashma, you have to toivel, it's called Besoroi, in one go. The teacher the shir of mikveh. What's the shir of mikveh? Maim, shekol, gufoi, oile boyen, and the whole group of a person. And which person? Odom Beinoni. What is the maim of an Odom Beinoni that goes and one time dips into the mikveh? Amo al amo berum sholosh amos. Amo, and the height of 3 amos, and how much water can fit into this cube by 3, the height of 3 cubes. The shiur chachomim mei mikveh arbaim se'or. And we that cheshbon of chachomim that this is arbaim se'or. That's the cheshbon. Tosfos says over here that this shiur is for the height of a person chutz from the head. Kol gufay oilabayin. How kol gufay oilabayin? By bending your head. Bending your head, and this fits very good with the many things that you learn about the Roivon of Akiyon Toliso, Lagabi Purim, there's also Lagabi Sukkah, Lagabi many things. Let's see Rashi. So Rashi, Bohem, this is the, okay, Rashi doesn't make away the cheshbon of what's the Shir Chachon Mei Mikvah Bohem himself, but there is Rashi in Nozir, or we can see that Ma'isha Kol Gufo Elebain, that's the Shir Chachomim. What's the Shir Chachomim? Kol Besori, Mem Seo is, some say it's Aloch Mishim Sinai, as we know, Mem Seo, Berochotz Besor B'Mayim. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but still, it has to be, once we have the Shir of Abba himself. Yeah, once you have the Shir of Abba himself, that's it. Yeah. That's what you that's what Rashi says, that the Pasuk B'Mayim from the Pasach, yeah, that's what Rashi says, the Pasach, yeah. B'Mayim, the Kudos of the Pasach, Mashma, Mayim Michodim, because the Psul of Mayim Shuvim we learn from the Pasuk B'Mayim. Mayim Michodim, Lafuk Shuvim. Yeah. And that's what Tosfos fragt. Tosfos fragt, the Choyre Shuvim we learn from a different Pasuk. It means the Pasuk what we learn in Torah Skoyanim, Ach Mayim or Boy Mikveh Mayim, yeah, Pasuk Shmini, Ma Mayim B'Dei Shomayim, Ach Mikveh B'Dei Shomayim. Yeah, that's the Tosfos. The Tosfos says a different pshat. What's the verochatz? What's the verochatz? Okay. Says the Gemara weiter. Let's see the Gemara weiter. Let's try to finish the perek. Finish the perek. Tumos. We know that the Mishnah of Tumos, yesh lo mal mashing smoichu, right? It's mashma, it's only a smach, aber steht nicht beforisch. Fragt die Gemara. Tumos, michtav ptivom, steht doch be'edek, Tumos. Steht doch be'edek. And for the Gemara, lo initzach o elo, le'adasho min asheret, the lo iksivon. That means, a sheret is metame, how much? Be'ke'adasho. They steht nicht beforisch, the Tanya. Okay, so we have to know first the pasuk. Steht over then the pasuk, וזה לוחם התומי בשרץ, השרץ על האורץ. החוילד, והאחבור, והצר למיניהו, והנוקו, והכויח, והלטו, right? We have the 8 שרוצים, והלטו, והחוימת, והפינשומס. שמס. אלה הטמאים בכל השרץ. That's the 8 שרוצים האמורים בתורה. השתית להמשך עובדן לפסוק, כל הנוגע בוהם, Bemoisom eat mother. Bemoisom, that means if you touch it when it's alive, it's not metame. But again, bemoisom eat mother, it's too much. Bechol asher ipoil. Emshach apostle is bechol asher ipoil aleim mehem bemoisom itzmo. That's the psukim for state legabe tumas sheret. And the Gemara learns out now the dash of the Gemara. Dash of the Gemara from the word kolay noigea bohem. What's the bohem? Let's see it. Dash of the Gemara bohem. What's the bohem? Could be a person who's touching one of the dead shrotzim, one of these 8 dead reptiles. When they are dead, they're going to be chayv only when he's touching all of it. That means all of the 8 reptiles, all of the 8 shrotzim, which mentioned the Torah. If he touches only the choymet, only the chemes, only the achbar, maybe he's not going to be chayv, right? And again, bohem, that's only in others. Maybe that's what we learn, right? The Talmud Loimar, that's why the Torah teaches us mayhem. That means the Emshach Apostle Bechol Asher Ipoil all of mayhem. And mayhem is always mashma, even part of them, right? That means maybe if someone's touching even a mashu, a miktas of one of the Shemona Shrotim is going to be Tomei. It's mashma, no, so he's touching all of it. Okay, tzad. How are we going to be miyashiv the pasuk? Mitzad echad the pasuk says mayhem, even miktas. Mitzad echad the pasuk says right, bohem, all of it. Elomai, when he's going to be Tomei? Okay, tzad at Chagiga yagia b'miktasoi shehu kekuloi. He has to touch a sheretz, a miktas of a sheretz, but the shear of the miktas sheretz is going to be like a whole sheretz. That means even if he touched miktas of a sheretz, it has in it the shear of a sheretz sholem, then it's going to be Tomei. That means we take the sheretz, the smallest sheretz of these 8, the smallest, when he's in the smallest matzah, and if we say that this sheretz is called the sheretz, he has already a Shem sheretz, and if he touch any other sheretz, the size of this smallest sheretz in the smallest matzah, he's going to be Tomei. What is the smallest sheretz in the smallest matzah? Sheo chachamim ke'adasho. That's adasho lentil. Why? Shekein choymed. This is one of the Shemona Shvatzim Amorim B'Torah. That means when he is born, the size of a choymet is a lentil, is adasho. That's why someone is even touching a mikta sheret. If it has a shir of adasho, that's a shir of an old sheret, he's going to be Tomei. Rabbi Yossi bar Rabbi Yehuda, that means that's right. Oh, mikta shehu kekuloi. What means mikta shehu kekuloi? He's metame the sheret. Is metame mikta sheret. Sometimes it's metame like it has a whole chayes of a sheret. What is that? Kiznav alato. Kiznav alato. Even though a lizard, even though that you chop off the tail, what happens? The nerves are still working, and you can see it. Mom is jumping around and whistling the whole time, right? And that is kiznav alato. So even though it's mefalkes, that's called mefalkes. It's mefalkes. It doesn't have a bit of life. Chayes. It's the nerves, as we know. Yeah. But even though it's disconnected from the lizard, from the letor, that is talking about the Rabbi Yehuda. That means that is what we say in the pasuk miktzosoi shehu kekuloi. It's metame. That means a sheret that sometimes it has in it nerves, a chayes like an old sheret. What as a chayes like an old sheret? That is znav haletor. Let's see Rashi. Rashi דיבר מתחיל בוהם, כל הנגיע בוהם, מהם, כל אשר יפועל עולו מהם, במובן שמי חוימת. חוימר אני, שהוא מין שרץ שקוראים לימצא. And this one is not about, this is a whole separate shear to try to figure out what is each and one of them. But Rashi over here thinks that this is the limtze. Some say that the limtze is what's called, the last Rashi says, a shablul. Shablul means they have like, what's a shablul in English? A snail. It's a type of a snail. A snail. But this is big shilas. What's called he says a snail? Rashi. Limtze. So it sounds like that limtze is a snail. Okay. הגודל בקליפר או ילכס הוא מעגל לסטומית, כל כמה שכדי להתחילה עשו ניקה כקליפר של עדשרי. And that is a snail, when it starts to grow, right? They small, you know, the snail that has, not the big snails. The snail that is in the house, right? It has this, not a lizard. Snail. A lizard doesn't live in a house. It doesn't have a shell. The shell, like a tzav, right? A tzav has also a thing, right? No, a tzav, a tortoise. A tortoise is a turtle. A toad, yeah. So a tortoise has his own house. So also the lizard, not the lizard, sorry, you're getting mixed up. The snail has his own house. That's as much as Rashi over here. Rashi's octopus, yeah. Okay, now Rashi, כשזנב על התור, לפי שמפרקסת לאחר שהולך לפה בעינו מקצוץ שפיקו לו שיש בו חי. את אז החייס כאילו, את אז החייס of כאילו אותם. Yeah.
On a point of detail, when the Gemara asked before Yochel B'Kulon, I understood the pshat simply. Most Yochel B'Kulon, I might have thought you're going to be chayav only if you touch the whole goof of the one of them, not all 8 together. Just one of them. And you've got to touch the whole goof. Kamash Malon Bohem.
This is not a thing. Bohem for sure that you have to touch. You don't have to touch the whole goof. You're touching the whole goof. If you're touching a chelik of a goof, you're not touching the whole goof. Well, you have to touch the whole thing. You're touching over here. I'm touching the Gemara. I'm touching now the Gemara. Yes. No, only if I'm like this. No, that's touching the Gemara. That's clear. That's quite clear. Bohem is that he's touching the all 8.
Slightly strange Havamina, no? I accept what the Rebbe says. It's quite a strange Havamina.
I think as is mashma in Rashi doesn't say it, but I think Rashi and Nazir is mashma as well. Or maybe you're right. Maybe you could learn Nazir like you learning. Yeah. Maybe. Rabbani wants to suggest a different shot. That Bohem and Mehem means differently. Bohem means all of it you have to touch. And Mehem means that no, only part of it you have to touch. Not all 8, like we explained. Not like I learned before that Bohem means all 8. And Mehem not only one of them. But Bohem is all of it, and Mehem only part of it.
Yeah, Benny, but what the Benny saying in the art scroll says like Benny.
Okay.
On note 27, I think the art scroll say like Benny. So.
Okay, the art scroll says like Benny, and Nilo Vidvakia. Sorry.
That's
what I understood. Okay. It says both. It says both. And having
said what I've said, the word kulon, it doesn't say kulo, it says kulon. Supports a bit the Rebbe for you.
That's what I learned. You have kulon all the 8 shortim. Because mehem, even one of them. Yeah. Okay. Bohem and Mayhem, yeah. You have to check. So Dafke Mayhem is going to be Dafke when it's Miktasai. It could be right. Okay. What's the No, he says that Mayhem and Bohem means something else.
One of the 8, but the whole of it, not cut up in pieces.
Bohem is
even if it's cut up in pieces. Mayhem of one of them, part of it. Bohem is a whole of one of them.
okay.
No, is that what you said? What you said? Sorry.
No, I said it could be all 8 shots. That's I would like to. Because Bohem, these 8. Yeah. Okay, ich weiß nicht. Okay, beseder. But he says the article learns differently. Okay. I'm gonna have to be right. Okay. Let's continue. Let's finish the thing. Okay, sag die Gemara weiter. Ich weiß nicht. Arayos, we said yes to Masechet Smoichu, right? As Masechet Smoichu, so we said it don't have a smach, aber beetzem steht nicht. Spreekt die Gemara, mich darf tiven, right? Steht mir vor. Look at Pasas Achrei, steht der ganze das, Arayos, Berichus Doilo. And for the Gemara, lo Yitzchak, for special elver, we doesn't say, Lebitoi me'anusosoi, elo lebitoi me'anusosoi. What the lo Yiksive, steht nicht, as I, before she not mir so. She was born without he should marry her mother. So she's also an elve like other bitoy. Even the bitoy mean hanisuin, right? If a person got married and he had a daughter, is bitoy. So even when he had a daughter, sheloi mean hanisuin, bitoy me'anusosoi, she's also, and to be mechayv on it, well, steht nicht, the lo Yiksive, steht nicht, the bitoy is also, let's see the Rashi. The bitoy man says lo Yiksive, the ilu bitoy meish Yiksive, ervas isho bito. Mashma, בין שהבאס ממנו, בין מי שחר, וכסיב קרוא אחינה, ארבס באס בין חוי באס בין תחו. מקביל לו באבומויס, בביטוי, מהנוסוסם, מדלא יוסר, הכוס וגם באס ביטו של איש עוזנו אלו, ובאס הבא של נוידר ממנו, באי קודה הנוסו באס ביטוי, ובאס בנו יקסיב. ביטוי לא יקסיב. אז הוא יזוג, תויסוס, רש"י. So באס מאישתוי, is בכלל what the Torah says, what Rashi explains, let's explain Rashi. Bitoy meishtoi is what the Torah says. Ervas isho bito lo yisegale, because he married the mother. You're not allowed to marry also the daughter, right? Isho ubito lo yisegale. So you see that bitoy meishtoi is bas ishtoi, and also bas bitoy meanusosoi also sheit mefurish Torah. That's what the Torah says. Ervas bas bincho or bas bitcho lo yisegale ervaso. So it's masha from this that the Pasuk depends the issue of a granddaughter and not, right, that she is the granddaughter of his wife. The reason of the issue is because it's bitoy, because also bitoy manusosoi, it's bitoy. But afal piken, the Pasuk is not mefurish on his daughter, right? The daughter, the granddaughter, yes, but bitoy manusosoi itself not. Where Toises now, lichoire, for Rashi. Veitoima. Kal v'choimeru. Ein mazirin min adin, vein oinshi min adin. Kal v'choimer, dinei momenes, umitzvos asei, v'ilchos avoide, upsulei kotshim, אתה לא יודע קל וחומר, אבל לא, אז לא, אז לא, שהוא מקרוא נפקא, מסכת מקס, בייכן נפקלון, לביטוי מנוסוס. Even though it's a kal v'choimer, from his granddaughter, so if his granddaughter is going to be chayev, for his daughter, for sure is going to be chayev. Because if you ask her the granddaughter only be clear that she's the daughter of your daughter, so your daughter itself, right? Says Rashi, ein mazirin ve'ein oinshi min adin. And therefore, I need a special limud for bitoy me'anusosoi. What is the special limud we do me'anusosoi? Let's see it inside. Says the Gemara, where do we learn the din of bitoy me'anusosoi? The Omar Rabbi Omar li Rabbi Tzok beRabbi Abdi mi Asye ino. And we learn how to say Oshove, Asye zimo. What's up, shot? Let's explain this. Steht legabe bitoy and bas bitoy mina nisuin. Yeah, mina nisuin got married. His daughter, his granddaughter, ervas isho bito lo yisegale. Is bas beno, ve'es bas bito lo yisikach legalo yervoso. Sheiro heino zimo hi. I think it's possible. So we learn over here, legabe bitoy, and legabe bas bitoy state over there the words heino and the words zimo. Legabe bitoy, right? Bas bitoy mina oinsi. That we do have a possible. Ervas bas bincho, oy bas bincho lo yisegal ervaso. Ki ervaso heino, right? So state over there. Heino legabe bas bitoy mina oinsin. It doesn't say just she's mina nisuin, right? Bas bitcho. Legabe chamo yisoy. Legabe the shviga, the mother-in-law. State ish asher ikach es isho. Ves imo. He marries his wife and her mother. That means mother-in-law. Zimohi boeish israfu oisoy ves hen. Now, once we know these psukim, we learn Azri. We take the Gzerashov of Heino, the Heino was stated in Bas Bitoy Mino Insin. Yeah, we said the state of the Heino. The Heino was stated Legabe Bas Bitoy Mino Nisuin to learn the Iso Bitoy Mino Insin, the Gzerashov. And what's the Gzerashov? The Gzerashov is Azri. To say like Heino was stated Legabe Bas Benoy Bas Bitoy Mino Nisuin. The Torah was medamed the din of bitoy meishtoy to the din of bas bitoy bas benoy, like it says. So the first ayavas isho bitolo isegalet. Very simple. The same thing also the hein of a state of bas benoy bas bitoy mina oinsin. The Torah asad bitoy manusosa the same like the asad bas benoy bas bitoy. Oh, even though it's not a function of only bas haben and bas habas meoinsin. That's a chidush. And once we learn out the Gzerashov Heino Oinsin from Nisuin, so Zima of a state legabe Nisuin is considered Keilu state also legabe Oinsin. And Oibazoi, we learn out. Gzerashov is Zimo. That's what? And we learn out the same thing like state by Oinsin Zimo. And the same like it says by Zimo by Chamoisoi to teach us that the Oinish by Peter Manu Soso is the same Oinish what we have by Chamoisoi. What is it? Straight. Very good. Let's see it in Rashi. Look, Rashi. Omar Omar li abidu ba'avdim yasi eino leisure. Asi zimo lesreif. Ksiben isuin sheiro eino zimoi. Ksibo isiki avoscho eino ma omu benisuin osa akosu bito kebas bito kebas beno. Ach beointzin osa akosu bito kebas beno. Asi zimo lesreif. Me'achar שלמדתו האנוסו מנשואו. ובנשואו ksiv zimoi. כמו דכסיב באנוסו דומי, וחויזר ולומד בו שריפה מאיש אשר ייקח איש אבס אימו זימו איבו איש ישריפה אוי סוי ואסן. We learn now the same like Bitoy, like Chamois is Besreifa, the same thing also it's Besreifa. Says the Gemara, let's finish the Perek. Vehein, hein, Gufei Torah. What's mashma that these dinim what mefurish over in the Mishnah, they are Gufei Torah. Find them on. Hanein, Hanochloi. Only the ones that mefurish in the Mishnah, they are Gufei Torah. For any other things that are written in the Torah, they are not Gufei Torah. Says the Gemara, Elo Eime, hein, vehein, Gufei Torah. The ones that are written in the Mishnah, Gufei Torah. And the one not written in the Mishnah, Gufei Torah, hein, vehein. So Rashi, Hanoin, Hanochloi, Hano the Mipasha, you can Gufei Torah, Hanoch the Loi Mipasha, Kulei, Lav Gufei Torah, Mitvieh. Hein, vehein. Eilu, vo, Eilu. Both of them are Gufei Torah, for sure that both of them. Hadron Aloch, Hakoil Chayovin. And I go to Shekoyach, and B'ez Hashem, tomorrow we're going to start Anaya Perek.
Can we just tell you something just very quickly? Thing now, since the end of the share. What we learned the other day about the Gzera Shava, that one of them needs to be Mufner. Mufner, you said, yeah? Sorry?
I think this thing is asking something. Yes. Yeah. The shyness on Zoom is always more echo. Ken Zayn. Yeah. Square. Square. Well, wait a minute. Doras Moshe? Doras Moshe. Then the last tickle. Okay, square. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you have to speak a bit loud. I think your my thing is not strong enough.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
When we learned the other day, with Gzera Shava, it needs to be Mufner, I think we said, from both sides for it to work. Is that what we said? Mufner, yeah. In the case here, I'm just asking just casually, over here, the word Heino and Heino, are they both Mufner?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm just.
Or one side is Mufner, and that's why if you have Mishivin already, but we don't have a Pirche.
Yeah, I'm just asking, just wondering. Yeah, so it is.
Yeah. One side is Mufner, that's why we're in Mishivin already. Yeah.
But even if it was not Mufner, you only got a problem if you've got a Pirche, potential Pirche.
We don't have a Pirche, exactly.
You haven't got a Pirche, you're living happily ever after anyway.
Yeah. We don't know pircha, so it's even on one side is mufle. Okay, if it's not mufle bichlal, we can't. Yeah, it's okay. It's a machloek. It depends on the machloek. How we learn it. If it's not mufle bichlal, we can't learn, or only if it's mufle mechel minasdodi, then we need a pircha. Okay.
Yeah, that is what we learned. You told us the other day. Remember, told us the other day that if it's from the both
Yeah,
sides,
yeah.
it's enough learn, then you can't learn it anyway. That's why.
Yes.
That's why I just asked.
Nachon.
Sure.
And we say that. I guess
Have a nice day.
you too. Thank you.